It's February, so the trade deadline is coming up. It's approaching. So we have a trade here. Quentin Grimes is giving the 76ers a little bit of guard relief while the Utah Rangers are getting rid of Lauri Markkanen to make room for the future. That would be Cooper Flagg. Trading Fred VanVleet in there. Kenyon Martin Jr. Let's see how it goes.
Welcome to another Groundhog Day NBA game. Shadows or not, it's time to get it going. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And a quick look at how Charlotte's schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago going up against the Bulls. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Orlando Magic.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. They've got Nikola Vucevic. Johnson is out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Hornets, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges, and it's Bailey in at the 3. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean...
And both free throws good for Durant. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Now here's Miller. Stolen by Middleton. Poole with the ball. Guarded now by Ball. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Middleton's got such a great...
I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm starting to feel like the East gets more and more dangerous each trade. It feels like each trade the East just loads up, and whatever team that could have been struggling or maybe even middling just somehow gets that answer. And right now we're at the halfway of the season, but maybe by the end of March everyone might be looking competitive. It's starting to look like that now. You know, the Cavs are where they're at. The Bulls are starting to creep up. The Hornets are looking pretty solid with Ace Bailey, Brandon Miller, Melo. Like, I don't know. A lot of these games are going to start being even more tough, as if the West wasn't tough enough. You know, we've had some West games, and it hasn't necessarily turned out great for us. You feel me? Like, Trailblazers, not that great. But even the Cavs, we lost against the Cavs because they're at the top of the East. You know, they don't have the injury problems that they have in real life as far as Darius Garland and stuff like that. They pretty much did what they did last year. And, yeah, they're up there. But, yeah, the Hornets, these dudes, you know, Malik Beasley's not in trouble. Ace Bailey's doing okay. Brandon Miller is like, as you can see right there, you know what I mean? Melo Ball's doing what Melo Ball does, and Miles Bridges is coming into his own just because less pressure on him to do whatever, you know, he can pretty much do whatever he wants to at this point.
Decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Whenever I get a chance to get that breakaway, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But this one was special. So I took it myself. I grabbed that shit. Cookie. Straight up. Cocked that shit back. Hung on it just a little bit. Hung on the rim just a little bit just to let them know, you know what I'm saying? Knock that shit out the park, bro. Real shit. But it's only 8 minutes left, so we gotta lock that game, bro. It's not like it's the end of the game. And he went right back at me. It's just 2 points. 360 is 2 points, fam.
Johnson's got 4
But
rebounds in the game.
you know,
He's not very hard to
we came
defend
together
right
as a
now. This
team.
is when the defense might step back
Vucevic,
and let him try to find his
very
rhythm.
solid right now.
Vucevic's shot is off.
Didn't get that
Charlotte
one,
has
but
gone just 1
he's
of
been
6
playing
from
solid
downtown in this final quarter.
this week.
And
And
he takes that
oh
one up
my
and
gosh,
powers
Ace
it
Bailey.
through.
All right, so Ace Bailey, if he had a little bit more room like Cooper Flag, he might be averaging 22. Because right now Coop's averaging 17. So if Ace Bailey just had free reigns to just do
Washington leading by 8.
whatever, I don't know, man.
And that comes off the assist by Durant.
JP with the spontaneous 3.
41 seconds left to play.
Still
in the
up
fourth.
10.
Johnson.
Ooh, I was about to cook him.
Ball out of play.
About to
Hornets
cook him.
will
He
have
called
it.
out though.
Here's ball.
Yeah, this joint is OV. Went to Charlotte, did our thing.
Miller outside.
We have a full week this week, man.
Inside.
You know, it's starting to get towards the end of the season, so they're cramming up some of the games off the backboard. Ooh-wee, let's get it.
Can't get it to drop. So it's Washington picking up the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Kevin, you had a great performance individually. What made the game look so easy for you?
Well, my teammates, you know, they played so well tonight, you know, setting everybody up. And I knew it was winning time, so I just tried to be aggressive.
Winning time, that's what I like to hear. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Bering, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Miles Bridges with a surprise 33. Melo Ball, Brandon Miller pretty much have the same shot attempts, same stats, except Brandon Miller has 11 assists. How about that? Ace Bailey with a little supplement. 30-30. 30 for 30. That's us. 35 right there. That's 33 though. 33 points. So we're getting towards the trade deadline. Things are happening. The Lakers trade for DeAndre Jordan. The Bucks trade Pat Connaughton. I mean, the Lakers traded DeAndre Jordan, excuse me. Other way around. Suns and Magic trade. The Nuggets got Brook Lopez out of the Bucks. The Bucks got Michael Porter Jr. It's getting interesting.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. In the second half of February now, the power rankings have lots of statistical analysis to pull from. You look at Minnesota. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And looking at the Wizards, they're still sorting out their roster, trying to find a way to unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will. And that could change, though, at any moment.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Robert Williams. Martin is out there with Davis. Then there's Irving. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard. And for Washington, Durant is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Johnson in at the 1 spot. And with the trade deadline behind us, it is a busy time for front offices.
Yeah, and for every trade that takes place, hundreds more are proposed. I don't envy the GM's long hours behind the scenes.
Now, here's Poole. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Wizards. And he buries that one, drilling. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Washington.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense. And
They have Rob Williams starting, and Lively's not injured, which must mean one thing, that Rob Williams is on fire in the game plan. And that's what happens in real life, man. Some people start some games, some people don't. It doesn't mean that you start 82 games in a row, you know. You're just a starter type. But if Rob Williams is on fire in what he does, you know, rebounds, blocks, and all that, then he ends up getting rewarded. He ends up getting rewarded, you know, throughout the season. Starting the game against the Wizards. I mean, we're pretty much nothing to them, and that's why I said the East is getting stronger and not better than the West, because, you know, the West is the West is pretty tough. You know, you still got the Thunder, Spurs, the Mavericks. They're on top. You know, we just played the Trailblazers last week, and KD gave me no help whatsoever. He just left me there on an island by myself to rot. And I ended up scoring like 40 just trying to keep our team in the game. And we were pretty much down by double digits the whole time. The whole time, bro. So, yeah, the West, super competitive. They have a lot of the most competitive people as far as SGA, Jokic, you know, MVP status people, Wemby, MVP status type people. You know what I mean? But we're getting up there. We'll be there.
Williams, Irving attacking. Again, the Mavericks score.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And the Wizards with possession. They trail by 1. And here is Johnson. He's got 8. Outside Durant. Back to Johnson. He takes it in. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Johnson's got 10.
Durant commands so much attention. Part of the reason why he had a wide-open teammate there.
Here's Irving. Johnson with some nice D. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Wizards lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Vooch, outstanding offense, unselfish play. What are you seeing on that end of the floor?
They were playing with a lot of energy offensively, moving the ball, getting from one action to the other. A lot of different guys scoring. We're getting a lot of good looks, but our defense hasn't been nowhere near the level it needs to be. You know, they're a team that can really score, so we're going to have to pick it up on that end.
And we'll see how it develops, Vooch. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Hey there, everybody. With the All-Star break on the horizon, let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest. Well, we all know the three-pointer was a big part of your game, Kenny, in an era where they simply didn't shoot that many.
Yeah, if I played today, my shot attempts from out there would be way up.
And mine too. People will call me Dark Nowitzki.
Here we go. Moving on. The Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
They should just keep shooting three-pointers. It's worked well for them. Why ever go inside?
Do I detect a note of sarcasm?
That's not a note. That's a whole chorus. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
So far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Here's Johnson. Johnson is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Vucevic, and it's Durant, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. It's Durant on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. Vucevic setting the pick for Johnson. Pass to Vucevic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good. Vucevic has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Wizards. Johnson against Irving. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Up high.
So Kyrie has been going the fuck off this game. Like, off. And I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck did I do? You feel me? Like, what did I? And I figured out it's not about me, bro. Yes, I'm the one, like, trying to stop him right there. I definitely didn't feel it. I was yes, I'm trying to stop him, but it's not about me. For 3 bits, let's get it. It's about KD. He's retiring, bruh. KD's retiring, and he scored 75. So why wouldn't Kyrie try to get the most points as he says goodbye to his man?
The start of the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Irving, also Christie out there. P.J. Washington is out there with
We're actually competitive with the top team in the West. If we could win this, we can grind this win out. This will be a statement win. This will be a statement for the league that we're on our way. You know what I mean? Now, it's going to be a little tough. Just because Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Robert Williams, they got the bigs to protect the paint. And me and KD, you know, kind of makes it tough. Not only that, they get them rebounds. We can't stop them from doing that. We can't stop the rebounds, the putbacks, the blocks. Just the, you know, AD's strapping them up in the paint. Outside the paint, different story. Inside the paint, he's got him. He's going insane, bro.
Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
There's really not much we could do with him. I mean, he was just determined to give KD his last, you know, goodbye.
They just blocked out the noise.
And I'm just a rookie at the end of the day.
And this is their reward.
I'm just a rookie.
And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock.
This is a grown man matchup. This is way above my pay grade. I got nothing to do with what Kyrie got going on right now. Holy shit.
And here, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. It looked like you were in an extra crispy special kind of zone tonight. How did you do it?
Man, well, the beauty is in the process. It's in the preparation. You know, before I get here, I'm trying to get locked in mentally, just trying to come out here and put on a good performance, lead my team, do the best job I can. That's all I'm trying to do.
It was all on display tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
Okay, so the 10-5-5 at halftime turned into a 29-13-11 at the end of the game. KD only had 18-6, 1 for 6 for 3. Very terrible. 63-6-6, bro. Kill me now.
Time to start the weekend in style. We welcome you to Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. A look at how All-Star voting is going thus far.
And so much fun to see the tallies start to come in. See how things start to look.
You look at Towns. He finishes strong in 4th place in the Eastern Conference voting.
And that'll put him where he belongs, in the starting lineup. A truly phenomenal season for him so far.
And now that the starters have been decided, all that's left is to look ahead to the NBA All-Star Weekend, right here on 2K Sports. We'll see you there. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. They've got Nikola Vucevic. Chris Middleton is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Jordan Poole, and it's Johnson in at the point. And for New York, they've got Josh Hart. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then they're
taking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And dialing into our broadcast remotely, I'm told we have Shams Charania here with a special report. Shams, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Today, the trade news is out of the Mile High City for the Nuggets. They've secured Brook Lopez, who could be a major asset for them. Perimeter shooting, high-level defense, rebounding, rim protection. Lopez does it all. They really believe adding him into their front court will elevate their game on both ends.
Well done. Appreciate the report, Shams. Thanks. Knicks trail by 3. And the Knicks call time here.
And the other team is running all over them right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Look, I hate to be that guy that always looks at the standings and stats and, you know, shit like that. But at the same time, bro, we're 28 and 24. They're 28 and 22. They're in the East with us. You know, we're over in the East playing the East team again. And a statement win right here. I mean, yeah, the Mavericks would have been the statement win for sure. That would have been cool on the record. Especially would have been cool in our losses right now because we're playing a team that has 22 losses. At the same time, as far as standings, power rankings, just who the league thinks is better, we got to win this to let people know that we're in the contention, bro. The Knicks are in the contention. You see this talented roster, you think, oh my God, look at all these names. You got the Villanova brothers, blah, blah, blah. We can do that too, man. As long as we win this game, we can do that too.
Pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. Between the scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And the Wizards shooting efficiently, 50% so far. So on the floor for the Wizards, Grayson Allen is out there with Johnson. Then it's Kispert, then there's Sadiq Bey, and it's Koloko in at the center position. Now here's Johnson. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. That one goes in.
As a screener, you know you're going to get hit. You're going to absorb some contact.
That 76ers trade was very sneaky. To sit on Quentin Grimes as an asset until the middle of the season to figure out, you know, who's who and what's what. Just to end up getting Lauri Markkanen to play with Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, McCain. Like, that's a crazy, crazy lineup. Whatever the lineup is about to be. It's about to be crazy, bro.
They executed well, but just
Let me get that.
Enough to put themselves over the top.
Categorically, you look at that.
We're in the Cobra Run logos.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
It's far enough into the season now where you can tell which guys are for real and which guys are pushing for that ROI.
I remember in 1993, you winning that award, Shaq, mainly because you should have won that championship that year. Those darn Supersonics.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
We just faced Ace earlier in the week. Again, his points per game isn't about talent. It's really just about shot attempts. You know, at the end of the day, you might get a little bit more shot attempts if Miles Bridges doesn't do what he did last game, which may get you, you know, a little bit more points. You may even get maybe 20 shot attempts if, you know, Melo Ball feels like chilling that game. But, you know, it's just not a matter of talent. It's just opportunity. But then Cooper Flag, you know, now you got Quentin Grimes. You're playing with Walker Kessler. You got Flipikowski coming off the bench. I don't know, man. Sounds tough.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And so in the game for Washington, Kevin Durant is out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then there's Johnson, then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. Here's Johnson, and he comes up with a bucket. Johnson's got 19 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
So because we're a team like who we are, a lot of times some of these games end up being like playoff games. Because we need these wins. You know what I mean? Because they're not coming in bunches, but you know, we're not getting a bunch of wins all at once. I don't think we've ever been on a 7-game win streak this season. That sounds real tough to do, especially, you know, we got a 28-24 record, bro. Like, the win streaks is not happening a lot. So when these wins come, bro, the opportunity at least, we got to seize the opportunity and let them know we not playing.
Fantastic look from Durant, such an underrated playmaker.
Bro, I just got 60 scored on me. 63 to be exact. I'm not about to let no other guard do nothing close to that this week ever again. If I gotta go hard, I gotta go hard. That's so realistic how he just kind of like spun off of him as he was walking. And then, boom, straight into the celebration. That's kind of tough. I'm not going to lie. That shit was kind of realistic, especially if you look at it in the replay.
Might be a close late
anyway,
game, but don't tell Coach they were cool as a
yeah, that opportunity wasn't there. Pass that out. Kisper for three. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bro, first of all, I love these gold jerseys. These gold jerseys are so tough. These are like top 10 retro jerseys in the NBA of all time, bro. They have nothing to do with any Wizards colors whatsoever. Like, gold and black have nothing to do with any Wizards colors. But dude,
it's been falling for them and they're locked in, and
this shit looks so tough. Like, the colorway is so crazy, and just the design of it, and how it just says DC. Like, bro, I'm so glad they brought these back, man. They deserve way more love than what they got. These are Gilbert Arenas era Wizards jerseys, bro. These shits is like hanging up in the rafters, because ain't no championships hanging up in the rafters. But we're here to change that. We're here to change that. For three. We're getting closer and closer. We gotta like really lock in. 2 minutes left. That's not enough time to coast at all. Can't let Jalen Brunson score 40 or more. Just got 60 scored on me. I'm pretty sure my defensive rating is like personally terrible. Especially after that Kyrie performance. That shit's crazy. I blame it on KD though. That's not me. That's on KD. The blood is on your hands.
That's his shot.
Let's go. Let's go. Hit him with that.
That was execution to perfection.
All right, cool.
Transition offense.
Now I like this a little bit better. Up 4, less than a minute to go. Kispert for 3 again. No. Kispert, you gotta make those. It's the shortest 3 on the court. I'm not gonna lie, Jalen was kind of struggling all game, so I tested him. I tested his gangster. I told him shoot it if you dare. He did. He missed.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Washington. 4-point game.
Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Brunson is doubled. 3-pointer, Bridges. And it's in. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
You can...
Let me hear you once again.
24 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Brunson. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And so they choose offline. So it's Washington picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Kevin, this was a huge statement win for this team. How satisfying is it for you?
It was fun. It was fun. We came out and played hard. Guys played together, and this is all that I expected, man. I'm glad that, you know, we was able to get the win tonight. We're looking forward to the next game.
Brunson, 7 for 21. That's all I needed to see. Get him the fuck out of here. Hey, I hope the league is looking. Defense is king over here. 4 blocks. That's probably me blocking him right there. 32 points, 8 rebounds. Me and KD 30 for 30. You know how we do. My boy Bub is back for the last game against the Bucks. Let's go.
Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You take a look at KD, second in voting in the East, a no-brainer for the starting 5. He's an All-Star through and through.
No doubt about it, Kevin. He's been a dominant figure for them in a lot of games this season.
And so, with the starting rosters determined, make certain that you watch the NBA All-Star Game. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Porter is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Suggs. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Achua in at the 5 down low. And for the Wizards, Johnson is out there with Jordan Poole.
And 50-piece in Game 6.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Achua. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
I'll tell you, a confident stroke from Precious Achua. He has elevated this aspect of his game.
Johnson surveying the floor. Outside Durant, jacks up a 3. And it's Suggs with the rebound. Milwaukee is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
This team is terrible starting off in the beginning of the season. They're 18-35 trying to recover now. And what did the Bucks do? Give this nigga Giannis a super team. Jalen Suggs. Okay, Victor Oladipo. You got Gigi Jackson. You got fucking Precious Achiuwa. You got Michael Porter Jr. Like, you got an all-star. You're like, you're #1 in all-star voting. Bro, this man is crying in the castle, bro. I'm sorry. Just get your wins up. You got a half a season, bro. I want to hear it.
He's flat out a difference maker. He understands how to play to his strengths.
No good on the second free throw. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Washington's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Suggs against Johnson. Pass to Bay. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Now it's a 3-point Washington lead.
And I love how assertive Bay is offensively. Solid at catching the defender there off guard.
And he hits the buzzer beater. Vucevic setting the pick for Johnson. The wide open look here for Vucevic. No good again that time.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Now, here's Suggs. 14 points for him. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off target on the 15-footer.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could burn. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much with Doc Rivers. Doc, a back-and-forth affair so far. How do you pick it up in the second half?
Well, they were just a more physical team. I mean, they blew up all our actions. They got all the 50-50 balls. We got back in the game because we started doing it back at them, so that's important.
Thanks for joining us. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks in a tight ball game at the end of the half.
Well, one stat in their favor is the one they haven't been racking up, turnovers. They've been very precise with the ball movement.
Like a well-oiled diesel machine.
This from the man who averaged more turnovers than assists in his career. Enough said.
No, that's not true.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
And for their game against Brooklyn, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back.
Game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Vucevic is out there with Durant. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Johnson, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Durant up top, Antetokounmpo defending, and the shot goes down.
So this week, we get to see firsthand how the Michael Porter trade, is going with the Bucks. And right now I can say that in the future I can definitely see them making room for him just going off and just giving him the ball when he's hot, and him having a week where he's averaging like 26 points, but then cools off and you're still giving the ball to Giannis. I can kind of see it. Jalen Suggs being the defensive guy, being the glue. I can see it, man. I can see the vision.
Back in for the Wizards. And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. And you look at Johnson, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And the assist numbers the past few weeks have shown how well he's fitting in chemistry-wise for this team.
Bay against Giannis. Here's Suggs. Knocks down the three ball. With 1 on the clock, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. The third quarter comes to a close. Washington out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. Competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. They've got Victor Oladipo. Jackson is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Porter. And it's Anthony in at the 1.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along.
I honestly forgot Dylan Harper was on the 76ers. Man, that just makes them so much more dangerous. It's crazy. But anyway, next week we get to play the Nets twice, which will be very interesting for some reason because I feel like the Nets are gonna like give their all, and this is gonna be 2 competitive games in a row, or it could be blowouts. You never really know. But we are playing the Nuggets, so we're about to see the other half of the Michael Porter Jr. trade, how they're about to play without Michael Porter Jr. and with Brook Lopez coming off the bench, which I feel perfect fit. You know, there's no pressure for Brook Lopez at this point. You know, he had a little bit more pressure here in Milwaukee, not here in Milwaukee because we're in DC, but at Milwaukee, he had a little bit more pressure. You know, should he start? Shouldn't he? Got pressures at you, Michael Porter, not Michael Porter, Bobby Portis Jr. You know, it's a little different, but I think now the Nuggets, whatever record that they're at, I feel like it's going to get even better. And whatever record the Bucks are at, 18-35. If they stay healthy, I feel like they can play themselves into a play-in spot. And that's not me coming like from the top saying that, because we're fighting for respect ourselves. You know, this team is 18-35 and we're down by 2. 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter. This shit's getting real serious, bro. Thank God for that almost steal, kind of sent him in a scramble. Vucevic, come on, man. As you can tell, this was kind of a defensive game. We just both hit 100 with 1 minute left to go, so it wasn't too much scoring. At the same time, Giannis, no one on our team can stop Giannis. Literally nobody. So we just gotta find a way, man.
2 free throws coming up, and they making a change here. Coloco's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
So those are essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight.
Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Vucevic, he's checked in for the Wizards. That's tipped. Johnson with it. Outguarded by Giannis. Outside, KD. Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. Another shot. It counts.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the
disaster turned into a clutch moment by the rookie. We're up by 2. We can do this. We just gotta stop Giannis. That's fucking impossible, dude. But we do have the last possession, so that counts. But we're not stopping it.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson outside. Vucevic a screen on Suggs. Johnson the pass to Poole. Durant kicks to Poole. Right between the eyes.
Times is the ultimate X factor.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much for Kevin Durant. Okay, a slow start for you offensively, but you were able to stay aggressive. How do you keep that mentality as a great scorer?
Well, you got to keep shooting, no matter what happens. So it's easy to, play well throughout the game when you're making shots, but when you're missing, you got to get your mind right, and that's what I tried to do, is just stay aggressive.
And it sure showed out there. Thank you very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Kevin Durant.
$32, 8, and 6. 19 points from Suggs, 18 from Oladipo, not bad. Porter Jr. had 18. G.G. Jackson, 2 for 6. 29, 9, 3, 28, 7, 6. I mean, that's close enough. 30 for 30 once again. 12, Vucevic. Man, what a week. It's been action-packed. I'm exhausted.